as far as the business of boxing.
The best thing is a fighter needs to take almost everything.
You paid all that money and had the biggest stage in boxing on Netflix, and that is really the best they could do?
He knew that he could not beat Bud Crawford, which is why they basically paid him $100 million.
In the days after the fight, something felt off. Boxing fans and experts immediately sensed it. This wasn't the Canelo they knew. The jab was missing. The combinations weren't flowing. The pressure never came. Instead, he stood still, throwing single shots while the rounds slipped away. The punch stats confirmed it, some of the lowest numbers of his career. At first, many blamed age. But his own words shifted the narrative completely.
But how does that work? Because it's not pay-per-view. Do they still...
Netflix putting up the money.
So I'm saying, so they don't get no back end then?
No, there is no back end. There's ticket sales.
Yeah, because you know, pay-per-view, the back end is the most.
There's no pay-per-view.
I guess if you give me $50 million up front, I don't really care about a back end.
Oscar De La Hoya was quick to question what he saw. Having promoted Canelo for years, he knew exactly what a sharp Álvarez looked like. This performance, he said, was unrecognizable. It didn't resemble the explosive, relentless fighter he'd seen dominate training camps and world champions alike. To him, it wasn't just decline, it felt different.
He don't have the punching power, but he has the skills that's necessary.
Crawford.
Yeah.
So you were very impressed with his performance? Would you say?
Well, yeah. The point of the matter is, I knew if it came down to if somebody got knocked out, I thought Crawford would probably get knocked out.
Yeah.
But I know about Fox.
When Crawford landed and Canelo took that deep breath, it symbolized something bigger. The urgency never returned. The rhythm never settled in. Still, many believe Canelo isn't finished. Against the right opponent, someone willing to trade and stand in front of him, he could still be dangerous. The ability may still be there. The question is the fire.
When he got hit by Crawford and he took that deep breath, he's frustrated. Don't get me wrong. Canelo facing the right opponent that's going to stay in front of him, that's going to fight, that's going to make it a brawl, Canelo knocks him out. So I'm not saying Canelo's shot or done. No, it's far from it.
Veteran Gabe Rosado described it bluntly. Cemented feet, no jab, no combinations, just isolated punches. That's not the Canelo who pressured Golovkin and broke opponents down methodically. Against Crawford, that version was nowhere to be found.
Watching Bud catch those shots off his glove,
he looked amazing.
So amazing.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah. He'd go to a body and he'd catch that and come up with an uppercut. You know, just all those things that seem...
He looked great.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that to ever.
No one has. Yeah, he's the best.
Canelo. Ever.
Yeah, he's the best.
And I think he would do that to Canelo on his best day. Canelo said it, he goes, I couldn't figure him out.
No.
Which is...
Claressa Shields saw physical decline. To her, the legs weren't responding, the explosiveness was fading, and the body looked worn from years of elite-level battles. It wasn't tactical, it was natural wear and tear.
You have any advice for them as far as boxing business?
Because, you know, the fighters always get the less money, and some of the fighters they need to take the money, the guarantee money, right? Because they don't make a lot of money in the fights, right? But they are as a fighters.
David Benavidez has long accused Canelo of selecting calculated risks. After this fight, he reinforced that belief, suggesting the payday mattered more than the challenge. In today's boxing climate, money often drives the biggest decisions.
You see, Canelo is a strong fighter, and every punch he throws comes with power, right? That breaks down the body. Physically, his body is breaking down. Plus, he just had a kid. Canelo wants to go enjoy his life. He wants to keep his wits, keep his mind together, stay sharp, and go enjoy a little bit of that money that he just made. But he could not pass the torch to somebody that didn't respect the game. Canelo's at the top of the list. But Terence...
De La Hoya, however, believes style played a major role. He insists Canelo can still win at the highest level, but only against opponents whose styles favor him. From here on, matchmaking becomes everything.
Mac, you've been training Crawford for years. Is he retired or is he going to keep fighting?
He just got to take a break.
Is Terence Crawford retired or is he going to keep fighting?
Oh, he's going to keep fighting.
He's going to keep fighting?
Yeah.
You're the man. Be man. Hey, congratulations. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Eddie Hearn views it as opportunity. A rematch, he argues, would carry enormous intrigue. The real storyline isn't just revenge, it's adaptation. Can Canelo reinvent himself one more time?
We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I tried.
The first fight told a clear story. Early rounds belonged to Canelo, landing sharp counters and controlling tempo. But from rounds 9 through 12, Crawford took over, landing cleaner shots and forcing Álvarez backward. Those championship rounds changed everything.
I would love to see the rematch. I think in the rematch, if he comes back with the hunger that he needs, he could beat Crawford. Because Crawford, you know, is very talented, but I think Canelo could beat him. Canelo's strong, man. Canelo's strong. Canelo could take a good punch. So I think he could just go and don't respect his punch and throw punches even though you're gonna get hit, but don't.
Chris Eubank Jr. believes a second fight could flip the narrative. In his view, Canelo still has unmatched power and experience, but he must apply it with urgency and tactical adjustments.
A potential rematch, as a Canelo fan, I don't really want to see that. I don't think there will be much difference. I don't think Canelo can bring anything to the table that's going to surprise Crawford. He's a different fighter now. If this was 10 years ago, yes, I think the fight could have gone a different way. But there's no point in even thinking that, because Canelo's a different fighter now. They fought today. They fought when Crawford is older as well, so I can't be trying to say, well, Canelo's not in his...
Trainer Robert Garcia agrees. He says hunger will decide the rematch. If Canelo returns aggressive, pressing his power from start to finish, the result could be very different.
Terence Crawford and Canelo. Personally, I do not want to see a rematch. Usually rematches are in order when it's a very close fight and you can't really tell, which fighter won. There was a lot of close rounds, swing rounds. That wasn't the case in this fight. Terence Crawford won pretty handedly. I personally scored the fight 9-3. Being generous, you can give it 8-4. Now,
Crawford's victory, meanwhile, has opened major doors. But who does he face next? Dangerous names like Benavidez, Bivol, or other physically imposing contenders present serious risks.
Saw that. For the Coca-Cola, I'm buying.
I risk my life in the ring, and everybody's making money too. It's not that they don't making money; they making money, but the fighter need to make more than everybody.
More likely, some predict Crawford will choose financially rewarding fights over high-risk challenges. In modern boxing, business and legacy often collide.
Got a name to have just one name at 160, 154. I mean, it's just hard for him, ideally, to just see a fight. No names designated at the moment. Would you be okay to see him retire?
I would. Look, he's had a great career also. Yes, he's older, but...
The sport has changed. Today, massive paydays drive momentum more than rankings. Crawford now holds leverage. Canelo faces a crossroads, redemption or repositioning.
Yeah, look, I mean, the only thing I can tell him or give him advice in is get a new trainer. I can't advise him on retiring or staying in boxing. That's a very personal decision. But I can say, hey, get a new trainer. You'll do better.
Not everyone wants a rematch. Some argue the result was decisive. When a fight isn't close, a sequel isn't always necessary, especially when age may be catching up.
Now, if we see a fight where Canelo Álvarez looks old, and guess what? He's old. Right? And it might be a case of him being less than he was. And it'll depend.
Ronnie Shields didn't hesitate. He believes Father Time has spoken. According to him, no trainer change can restore what time has naturally taken away.
Been floating around as a potential opponent for Canelo, but the big question has been, is Christian ready for that opportunity? Is he ready for the moment? Do you feel after this Saturday that you are ready for a fight with whoever wins the fight against Crawford and Canelo?
I'm born ready. Yeah, I'm born ready. Yeah. I'm born ready for this fight.
De La Hoya suggested a new trainer might spark something fresh. But critics argue the issue runs deeper than coaching. It's accumulated damage from years at the top.
You want to fight Canelo? Would you ever entertain a fight with the Mexican monster, David Benavidez? But you want Canelo. But you want Canelo.
You gotta understand, like.
But I gotta ask you, bro, because I can't, you know.
My thing is, Benavidez is a big dude. You know what I mean? Not to say I won't fight him. I fought his brother.
Since the Dmitry Bivol fight in 2022, Canelo hasn't looked dominant. He's still winning, but without the same authority. Late-round fatigue has become more noticeable.
There's still a need for Benavidez.
Who, Canelo?
Turkey people,
dropped.
You know, people are talking about it.
Turkey hit it at that. He was like Benavidez.
Yeah, he
Turkey,
did.
So.
Turkey just posted that this morning, wondering if Benavidez can make 168. Maybe he has plans or ideas of maybe trying to match up Benavidez and Terence Crawford.
No.
Maybe playing.
Shields even advised Crawford to think carefully about his future. At 38, leaving the sport before visible decline could protect his legacy.
Both need this fight. It's a storyline there. You beat my brother. I need that revenge. I'm the Mexican monster. You a pound for pound great. You coming up. Let's do it. If Terence Crawford beats David Benavidez, I don't even think he needs to fight Canelo. You automatically have to put Terence Crawford in top 5 or top 10 all time.
There's talk of Crawford dropping to middleweight, capturing another belt, then retiring. But financially, the real opportunities remain at super middleweight. 21.
Let's see Bivol, Bud, next, since Bud's so strong. That's what I said. Why are you talking about 54? None of them dudes gonna get you up. If you truly beat Canelo, why not be the greatest fighter in the existence of boxing? Like, Bivol was the only dude to beat 2 undisputed active champions. Like, he beat Canelo as an undisputed champion, and he beat Better Beef as an undisputed.
That's why a fight with Benavidez looms large. Youth, size, pressure. It's a clash that divides fans and guarantees global attention.
Mac, you've been training Crawford for years. Is he retired or is he going to keep fighting?
He just got to take a break.
Is Terence Crawford retired or is he going to keep fighting?
Oh, he's going to keep fighting.
He's going to keep fighting?
Yeah.
You're the man. Be man. Hey, congratulations. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the end, this fight proved one thing. In modern boxing, if the money is big enough, fighters will risk everything. The spotlight grows brighter. The paydays grow larger. But the body always keeps score.